The assembly will now come to order. The chief clerk will call the roll.
Assemblywoman Anderson. Assemblywoman Backus. Assemblywoman Bilbray Axelrod. Assemblywoman Brown-May. Assemblyman Carter.
Present.
Assemblywoman Cohen.
Here.
Assemblywoman Considine.
Present.
Assemblyman DeLong.
Present.
Assemblywoman Dickman.
Here.
Assemblyman De Silva.
Here.
Assemblywoman Duran.
Here.
Assemblywoman Gallant.
Here.
Assemblywoman Gonzalez.
Here.
Assemblywoman Gorlo.
Here.
Assemblyman Gray. Assemblyman Gurr.
Here.
Assemblyman Hafen. Assemblywoman Hanson. Assemblywoman Hardy. Assemblyman Hibbets.
Here.
Assemblywoman Howdigi. Assemblywoman Kasama.
Here.
Assemblyman Koenig. Assemblywoman LaRue Hatch.
Here.
Assemblywoman Marzola.
Here.
Assemblyman MacArthur.
Here.
Assemblywoman Brittany Miller.
Here.
Assemblyman C.H. Miller.
Here.
Assemblywoman Monroe Moreno. Assemblywoman Mosca.
Here.
Assemblywoman Newby. Assemblyman Wynn.
Here.
Assemblyman O'Neill.
Here.
Assemblyman Orlicker.
Here.
Assemblywoman Peters.
Here.
Assemblywoman Summers Armstrong.
Present.
Assemblywoman Taylor.
Present.
Assemblywoman Thomas.
Here.
Assemblywoman Torres.
Here.
Assemblyman Watts.
Here.
Assemblyman Urick.
Here.
Assemblyman Gray. Assemblyman Hafen. Assemblywoman Hanson. Assemblywoman Hardy. Assemblywoman Howdigi. Assemblyman Koenig. Assemblywoman Monroe Moreno. Assemblywoman Newby. Speaker Yeager.
Here. Assemblyman Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. May the record reflect there are 34 members present and 8 absent excused.
The record shall so reflect we have 34 members present. We have 8 absent excused. That means we do have a quorum. Would members of the assembly and guests please rise? This morning we have the prayer by one of our own, Assemblywoman Tracy Brown-May.
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to be here this morning. One of my favorite parts of our entire session and the last 2 specials has been when we've had the opportunity to come together as a body and take a deep breath as we prepare to go in today's prayer. So if you will join me. Thank you. Join me today in today's prayer, and whoever it is your heavenly being is, that we all can come together collectively to offer our thanks and our praise. We offer our praise and our thanks for all of our Heavenly Father's good works. We want to offer our thanks and continued blessings on the Vegas Golden Knights and their outstanding win in their home rink. This we could not have imagined, and so we are ever so grateful to host such a wonderful team that has helped to build community. As members of this distinguished body, I know that we each are thankful for the opportunity that we have to build community and to support our constituents. As we go forward today, humbly we ask for wisdom and the ability to live in your virtue. Let today be one filled with grace, and may your blessings be on this chamber, with our members, and with all of Nevada. Together, we offer our thanks. Amen.
Amen. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. That was really good. Thank you very much.
Order business 2, reading and approval of the journal.
Carson City, Tuesday, June
Assemblyman
13th.
Miller.
Turn my mic on. I move that further reading of the journal be dispensed with and the speaker and chief clerk be authorized to make the necessary corrections and additions.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. Assemblyman Miller.
Order of business 8.
Order business 8.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that the Assembly resolve itself into a committee of the whole for the purpose of considering Senate Bill 1.
Assemblyman Miller has moved that the Assembly resolve itself into a committee of the whole for the purpose of considering Senate Bill 1. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. The Assembly is resolved into a committee of the whole. The Committee of the Whole will come to order. Members, I wanted to let you know that we're having some technical difficulties, so we do have an agenda out about this meeting. It is posted here in the building, but we're having some problems online posting the agenda for the Committee of the Whole, but we will continue to try to do that, but it has been posted at least internally and in the building. And so at this time, as the members know, we had an informational hearing yesterday on essentially the topics that are contained within Senate Bill 1, but for formality's sake, we will open the hearing on Senate Bill 1 at this point, not seeing any presenters and not seeing anyone to provide testimony in support, opposition, or neutral, and standing on the record that we made yesterday in this Committee of the Whole, we will go ahead and close the hearing on Senate Bill 1, and I believe at this time Assemblyman Miller has a motion he'd like to make.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move the Assembly return Senate Bill 1 to the body without recommendation.
Do I have a second on that motion?
I second, Mr. Speaker.
Great. I have a motion from Assemblyman Miller and a second from Assemblyman O'Neill. And again, that is to send the bill back to the floor without recommendation. So nobody is committing to support the bill. We're committing to get it back to the floor. So is there any discussion on that motion from any of the members of the Committee of the Whole? Seeing no discussion, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. Assemblyman Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that the Committee of the Whole rise and report back to the Assembly.
All those in favor of the motion, Assemblyman Miller has moved that the Committee of the Whole rise and report back to the Assembly. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. The Assembly will now come back to order. Order of Business 4, reports of standing committees.
Mr. Speaker, your Committee of the Whole, to which was referred Senate Bill 1, has had the same under consideration and begs to put the same back to the recommendation. Without recommendation, Steve Yeager, Chair.
Assemblyman Miller.
Order of Business 8, Mr. Speaker.
Order of Business 8.
I move that all rules be suspended and Senate Bill 1 be declared an emergency measure under the Constitution and placed on general file and third reading for final passage.
Assemblyman Miller has moved that all rules be suspended, Senate Bill 1 to be declared an emergency measure under the Constitution and placed on general file and third reading for final passage. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. And we will go to order business 15, remarks from the floor. And before first let me make sure that there aren't any remarks from the floor. We are going to have at least one other floor today, so there'll be another chance for remarks from the floor. But I wanted to give members just a lay of the land in terms of where things stand. So as you know, Senate Bill 1 is now on general file. We are awaiting the preparation of some amendments to Senate Bill 1, so it will sit there where it is now until we have a chance to potentially receive amendments and discuss those, and then the body as a whole will decide how to proceed once that happens. So we are going to go into a recess. Hard for me to say how long it's going to be, but I would say at least a few hours. So you'll have some time to go about your day. Just please be, as always, within, I would say, 20 to 30 minutes of being back in the building and getting back to the floor. And I do see we have Assemblyman Urick lit up, so order business 15, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Anticipating that later we're all going to be anxious to get out of here, I just want to say and go on the record in order of business 15 here, sir, that I would like to just take this opportunity to publicly thank all of our legislative police who this session have gone so far above and beyond to take us to the airport, take us to various site visits, to be here before we get here, to be here late at night. They've done an amazing job keeping us safe, helping us, again, behind-the-scenes operators that allow this body to function so smoothly. And so I would hope that all of us might just take a moment and offer them a round of applause, thanking them for their service.
Thank you, Assemblyman Urick. Is there any other order of business 15 at this time? Seeing none, Assemblyman Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. 1 minute recess, or recess,
If you'd like to
until
move to
call of the chair.
That sounds like a great motion, Assemblyman. So Assemblyman Miller has moved that the Assembly stand in recess until call of the chair. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are in recess.